This is Glitch, and I'm your host, Chovyx. Today on Chopping It Up with Chovy, we're going to be making cowboy candy. It's basically candied jalapenos. I successfully did this last year, and I'm going to try to duplicate the recipe this year. The best part is I grew the peppers myself. Take a look at some of the peppers I grew in my garden this year. Some are flawless, and others, like I said, have some damage. I looked it up online. It said it had something to do with watering and drought. It had something to do with calcium. I don't know. But the fact is, parts of the pepper are damaged. So we're just going to cut that part off and only use the good parts of the pepper for the candying process. But I want to take a look at those peppers so we can see some of the damage that it caused. Here are the peppers, with the first one being the most perfect. And as we go down to the left, we're going to start seeing some damage on the bottom parts of the pepper. I looked up online. They said it was due to over or under watering, drought issues. I did go on vacation, and I came back and it was a little dry. So it could be anything. It also said it was due to calcium deficiency. Whatever it was, it damaged some of the peppers. I would say 20% of them are damaged, but the remaining are perfect, and I'll be using only the best peppers and the good parts of all the peppers to make my cowboy candy. We're ready to move on to the next step. I got all the ingredients lined up on the countertop, and I got all the measuring devices, including the jars that I'm going to be putting it in. So we'll be talking about quantity and what goes into my recipe. In the background, check out them peppers. They're right there. I'm going to be cutting them up next. All right, let's check out what I got on the countertop. So these are the jars I'm going to be putting it in afterwards. The mason jars I got. Next we have the two spices. We have celery seed and ground turmeric. We're going to be putting 1/4 teaspoon each. We're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 3 cups of white sugar, 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, and we're going to be doing some boiling action in this pot. Let's cut them peppers. All right, we're on to the next step. We're going to go ahead and cut these peppers into little medallions, maybe like 1/4 of an inch thick. And then we're going to get rid of all the bad parts of the peppers that we mentioned before, like right here. And we're just going to cut it right there and use what we can. I made sure I had enough to make sure we had 1.5 pounds of peppers. If you want a hotter cowboy candy, leave the seeds in the peppers. If you want less hot, you could take the seeds out. Let's get started and cut up into this pepper. First thing I want to do is cut the top off, discard, and we're going to kind of cut these up into little medallions. Get rid of the garbage piece. Let's get rid of the tip. And let's cut them up in a nice 1/4 inch medallions. I'd rather save some of it than none of it. We'll go ahead and put these in here. We're just cutting up jalapenos like no one's business. Just finished cutting up the last pepper. Go ahead and add these. And we are done. The next thing we're going to do is weigh the jalapenos out. We need 1.5 pounds of jalapenos. So I got my jalapenos here, and we're going to go to the scale, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get ourselves 1.5 pounds-ish of jalapenos. We need 1 pound 8 ounces, and we have 1 pound 5 ounces, which means we need a few more peppers. So we're going to go out to the garden and see what we got, and we're going to try this again. So I just came in from the garden. I went ahead and grabbed 5 peppers. We're going to cut them up, and hopefully it'll make up for those 3 ounces we need. And 1.9, I'll take it. Sizzle 'em hot peppers. I got some heat. Now we got an extra ounce in there, so I'm gonna do a little extra water. So this is 1 cup. That happened. You see that mountain of sugar that just came out? Oh my god. It's like a mega cavity. It's about 3 cups of sugar. The next step is to add the vinegar and the sugar along with the garlic powder, the turmeric, and the celery seed. We're going to bring that to a boil.
If it's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. And there ain't nothing I can't do. It's all just whatever. And you were a little heathers. I pull off all of your petals. I pull off all of your petals. I pull off all of your petals. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. And there ain't nothing I can't do. It's all just whatever. And I'm biotic. I'm shepherd. I dig up all of the treasure. And you were a little heathers. I pull off all of your petals. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. And there ain't nothing I can't do. It's all just whatever. And I'm biotic. I'm shepherd. I dig up all of the treasure. And you were a little heathers. I pull off all of your petals. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. And there ain't nothing I can't do. It's all just whatever. And I'm biotic. I'm shepherd. I dig up all of the treasure. And you were a little heathers. I pull off all of your petals. It's around, I could get it. I wrote the song in a second. And there ain't nothing I can't do. It's all just whatever. And I'm biotic. I'm shepherd. I dig up all of the treasure. And you were a little heathers. I pull off all of your petals. I pull off all of your petals. I pull off.
We are almost at a boil. Consistency is very liquidy. We'll just take a quick look. Kind of orange color. That's what it should be. Kind of syrupy. Alright, we got it to a boil. Let's take a look. We're going to go ahead and go to the next step. Alright, it's time to add our peppers. We're going to go ahead and add the peppers in without splashing. Alright, filled up that pot. Alright, let's take a look at it. That's what it looks like. Not much room in there, so we're going to smash them peppers down. Let them sit for about 4 minutes, and then we're going to put them in the mason jars. What we don't want are soft jalapenos. We want them to be a bit firm. So we got them boiled up. They've been marinating for about 4 minutes. We're going to throw them in these mason jars. We're going to add the liquid. Then they got to sit for like 3 weeks. But after that, they're delicious. So I got this mason jar and I got this spoon, and it kind of drains the liquid. So what you want to do is you want to kind of drain that liquid, and then you want to stick them jalapenos right in that jar. And we'll collect that liquid later. Just drain that liquid. So we got those jalapenos dug out of the pot. Next we're left with that syrup. We're gonna get our trusty ladle. We're gonna ladle those juices right into those jars. We're gonna let it sit for about 3 weeks and then it's delicious time. All right, let's get that ladle going.
Forgive you. See our world is slowly dying. I'm not wasting no more time.
Go ahead and seal it. Now I like to give it a good seal. Upside down. Up. Gives it a little air. Then I reseal. Perfect. All right, and there you have. Here we have our 3 sealed jars of Cowboy candy or candied jalapenos. Last one. And there they will wait for 3 weeks and then enjoy. This is Glitch, and I'm your host, Chovyx. I really appreciate you watching today's edition of Chopping It Up with Chovy. Today we made Cowboy candy, or in other words, candied jalapenos. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and don't forget to punch that like button.